Hello there, Ray here, and we are back on the ProtoTech server. We are here at the ProtoTech Zoo area. This is where we collect every single type of mob, as well as some very rare ones, including some as rare as 1 in 1 billion chance. And you can see some of the nice little displays that we have built up for these guys. Now today we're going to build up another display. As you guys know, in the previous episodes, we went ahead and put in a super long railway up in the sky that goes all the way from our quadruple spider dungeon farm that we turned into a stray making farm. So the farm will allow us to put strays on top of spiders, and we did it during Halloween. They have jack-o'-lanterns as well as pumpkins on their heads, which is pretty awesome. So we're going to go ahead and put those guys on this rail line and move about 3,000 blocks from their current destination all the way to here to the ProtoTech Zoo. And then we're going to design up a really cool display case. We got a couple of crazy ideas to showcase these guys, which I think you guys really like. And for those who don't know, I do stream on Twitch every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And pretty much everything that I do on the ProtoTech server, I stream it. And I'd love it to see you guys come and join the streams as well. I will put the link down below. I really enjoy the streams, being able to chat with you guys, and you guys also are able to interact with whatever we're building, and you can be right there as we capture the rare mobs and put them in display cases. And every Wednesday we do a snapshot stream where we check out what is new with the latest snapshot, and we're able to discover new tricks and tips in the 1.14 snapshot, as well as we're working towards making a snapshot server so you guys can also join us during our testing. Let's find a location to store the stray spider jockeys, as well as hook up our rail system to them. But yeah, so what we got here is we got our old rail system that goes all the way out to where our strays are, and then it's going to come over here, and then we turned it so it goes down this way, and then they're going to drop down onto this one, and then from here we have it so that they will go and then drop down into the next one. So the first guy we're going to send is going to go that way, then this way, and it's going to drop all the way down and onto the slime around here. And then he's going to bump up against this thing and fall straight down into here. So the first guy we're going to grab is going to be the pumpkin-headed stray that's riding on top of a spider jockey. So let's head over to where we have him stored, about 3,000 blocks away. And let's put that guy on the rail and make sure he makes it here. If he happens to die, it's not going to be such a big deal because we do have some extras of those guys. But I don't want to do any of the more rarer variations. Otherwise, we could run into some problems. If they accidentally die, then we don't got any more of those guys. And they are discontinued, so we won't be able to get any more back. So here we're at our location of the quad spider spawners, and we're going to try to get this guy onto the rail. So we're going to go ahead and break this block, and then we're going to try to place it in with a rail underneath. Okay, so that seems to be good. He hasn't decided to come out. Spiders can kind of control their carts. So I think the next thing we should do is try to remove this block here. Oh, not that one. We want to move this one. And then we got to place a rail in there, which might be tricky. So we're going to try to place a rail against this torch here, and then he'll connect onto it, and he'll kind of, oh, there he goes. Yes, he's going. It's great. Okay. Yep, he's heading off. Now we'll just fly alongside him, and we'll keep him loaded. And then we'll make sure he makes it all the way to his destination. He has to travel 3,000 blocks. I guess we could also take a minecart ourselves, but let's just fly. And that should be kind of fun to watch him. Where did he go? He went off into the distance. Oh, there he is. So we got the guy to go all the way around, and he came around and dropped down into his hole here. You can see him in there. We gotta be careful so he doesn't shoot at us, accidentally hit the spider he's riding. So I'm just gonna put down some blocks. We also got our minecart landing on top of him, so let's just break that first if we can reach it. I don't want to get too close to him. Usually that line of sight is that red line he has that you don't want to the red line to see him. But we should be able to break the minecart from here without him being able to see us. And then we want to come in and place in some blocks to protect him. Let's break that. There he is down in there. Now what we need is some blocks to cover him up. I'm just going to throw some glass on top of him at the moment. There he goes. Now he should not be able to see us. And I think we actually want to put some ice on top of him. So let's grab some ice. I believe I have some inside of our shulker box, since we went ahead and built up that lovely shulker box, custom shulker box filler. Yep, there's our ice. so that we can get some ice. So the idea is he's going to be down inside of here. We do have some glass around him so that it wouldn't suffocate him and the spider. And we're also going to put some ice in there. And voila! Now we got a guy. Looks like he's frozen down inside of the lake. Oh, that looks just amazing. Let's take off those bounding boxes by pressing F3B. Oh, that looks awesome, man. Can't wait to get the other 3 guys into their display cases. That looks really nice. We got it set up so that the next guy will go into this. It's kind of a thinner ice spikes. He'll fall down onto there, go around here, and drop down there, then go into there. Should be good. He doesn't have any solid blocks for him to get damaged on. So let's go grab that guy. The ones that have the glass around them, we're going to probably stick the lantern guys inside because they're a little bit harder to recognize. And with the glass being there, it should be a little easier to see them rather than the ice. Ice is a little bit harder to see through than the glass. So let's fly over there and get the next guy. This guy here, we're going to send there. This is a pumpkin-headed guy with invisible spider. We're going to do the same kind of trick. We're going to click on the side of this torch here, and then he's going to grab, and he's going to connect to it. Oh, I got kind of bounced around by some other guys, but it looks like he's safe, and he is heading off across it. We'll take our minecart and we'll follow him. So yeah, so next guy we drop down in there and we have him inside of this structure over here. You can see him. So what we need to do is come in here and swap out the blocks for a block of glass. We've actually had to push the block into him because there is a spider there. So push him in there. But you can see we got a stray that's from Halloween. He has a pumpkin head on. And he's riding a spider. It's a spider jockey, and it is an invisible spider, which is really awesome. So we'll just push this in, and then we'll have one more guy inside these nice ice spikes encasing. And we use the glass, so it's easy to see this guy. So you can see that he's an invisible spider in there. The next thing we have to do is probably put in that guy that goes up there. I think that's going to be the jack-o'-lantern headed guy that looks like Gordy. I think it'd be cool if we stick him up in that tower way up there. So this guy here is our jack-o'-lantern headed guy. He's one of 2 guys I've got during the Halloween event 2 years ago. And we're going to send him over to one of the ice spikes display. So we're going to remove that slab there and then place down a rail up against this torch. Are you staying hidden? I've been a little glass thing to your right. Yeah, there.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and throw that down. See if I throw it down. Can I not really? Oh, there it goes. Okay, there it goes. Awesome. Now we'll wait a little bit, and then we will jump on our own minecart and keep them loaded. So in this kind of wider ice spike here, we got our newest guy, which is a jack-o'-lantern headed guy. He's one of 2 that we got. So we just gotta put this piston right here. I guess we could just do this as well. So we have glass all around him, and then we can finish it off by putting in some ice. I actually need some packed ice up there. Perfect. Now he's safe because ice itself would do damage to the spider if it's inside of him. The glass will keep him safe. It won't cause him any damage. And you can see him easily. You can tell that he is a jack-o'-lantern guy. So the last guy we need to get into place is going to be the guy that goes way up in that tower there. And we also can take down the scaffolding. Take a look at it where it looks without the scaffolding. And then we're also supposed to have, I guess, a couple ice pieces on the edges here. Just for looks. Nice. So let's send that last guy in here. Okay, so this guy here is the last jack-o'-lantern head guy that is a stray. So we're also riding a spider. And we'll go ahead and throw in the rail that he's supposed to be riding. Are you standing behind your safety glass? Here, let me put that safety glass. That way he doesn't see you. Let's throw down this rail right there. And he's off. Awesome. So we'll go ahead and make sure he makes it to his ice spikes. Awesome. So last guy came into place and we got him all closed up with the glass in place. And this guy we're going to dress up like Gordy. So Gordy is the kind of mascot or avatar that you see on my YouTube channel. and he is a pumpkin-faced or jack-o'-lantern face guy. He's an armor stand guy, and then he has like orange leather clothes. So we can give this guy some orange clothes to wear. We can also switch out his sword or his bow with a sword, because skeletons will take a sword over a bow. And we can use the dispenser to also put a shield on him, which should be cool. This is the island's current shape. And Shark, you think you could help me maybe get this island shaped out a little better? We also need to prevent mobs from spawning on this island, but we do have ice, so probably come in and maybe double snow layer it once we're done. Yeah, like what kind of shapes do you think the island should have? Maybe I'll try to make a little bit more natural shapes. Check that out, guys. Isn't that just amazing looking? Oh my goodness. So Shark came in and helped me really nicely around the edges. He really got that smoothed out from the ocean, moving inwards into this nice ice spikes looking biome. And this is where we're housing the guys. He did an amazing job. I can't believe it. Just looks so realistic. Now the one downside to this display case is that we have to work with ice, so that it's not so easy to light this thing up to prevent mobs from spawning on it. So maybe you guys got some ideas of a way that we can prevent mobs from spawning on this, because it would be pretty bad if people would come to try and check out the ProtoTech Zoo, then have a creeper come and blow up our extremely rare mobs. So rare that you can't even get them anymore. So, I mean, lighting it up is going to be difficult. We could also try to put down some blocks to prevent them from spawning, but that would really take away from the look of it. So maybe you guys have some ideas on how we can do that. And that is one of the downsides to trying to have something that's aesthetically pleasing as well as also useful. You really have to think about how you can make it both. So here we got the guys. We got the one guy down here in the lake. We got one guy over here and kind of the skinny spikes. We got one guy over here, kind of the wider spikes, and he's the guy with the jack-o'-lantern head. That guy's with the invisible spider, and this is more of a typical guy that we had. So we kind of got all three variations, and he put a little spike here in the middle. It's kind of cool decoration. And then the really cool guy, which we're going to pimp out with some nice outfits, is going to be way up here at the top. He's on one of those like really tall ice spikes. So this is a guy that is able to hold gear, so he'll be able to hold whatever gear we give him. So he has a jack-o'-lantern head as well as he has ability to hold stuff like his pants. So we'll be able to pimp him out. We'll probably do that a different time. Big thanks to everyone who came out to stream. It was a lot of fun designing up these guys. So I want to thank everyone who came out to stream. If you guys would like to join us on the stream, the links will be down in the description. But I think that's going to be it for today. Thanks you guys for joining me as I have fun and survival. Bye-bye!